Hello, everybody. Oh,
Hello.
Miss Donna,
Hi,
how you
Donna.
doing tonight, dear?
What's going
Oh,
on, my beautiful people?
Chris, how are you and Amanda doing?
Oh, we're doing all right.
Good deal, good deal.
I'm over
Well,
here,
he's in, he's up, he's down, he's all
I'm
over the
up,
place.
I'm down, I'm everywhere. Shit. Let's go.
Gotta watch you like a hawk.
That's
Hi,
it.
honey.
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Oh,
What's
that would
up?
be, hon, that's group 3 that I just downloaded,
Oh, shit.
including the tomato-based beef stew one that pairs with grilled cheese.
Okay, so in other words, you're going to keep me busy all next week?
You've got three or four so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take a look at some of these other ones. I think this is part of the one for the Apple. Yeah, I can download and send that
Hey,
over.
Beth.
And then I got something else here. Oh no, that's the no, that's the one of you not so happy with me on the other side of the table. That just downloaded. How's everybody doing
Great,
tonight?
Donna.
Let's see here. We got Beth. How you doing? And Miss Donna is here.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, I'm shocked. Somebody beat Doris.
Oh, shit.
And
Hi, everybody.
she should have her radar on because Mama's in chat.
Oh, there's quite a few people on
Yes,
right now. So.
pieces. How are you, Beth? Much love.
Yep. So thought we'd try something a little different tonight. We're
Cool.
sort of, kind of bring the food porn back a little bit. Um, it's kind of a like the chef's challenge that you see.
Hi, Doris.
Hello, Doris. How did
And
I?
I could be wrong, guys, but I think he's going to make you guys work tonight.
Not really. Beth, congratulations.
Congratulations, Beth.
Yep, here we
Hey,
go.
Doris. Much
Let me
love.
put that one up for a minute.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that explains where Beth has been for a while.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
I'd sure be out there. I'd sure be out there playing Grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
more than what we did with the kids. So good deal, good deal. So here's what we're gonna do. We are just to show you guys, and I know y'all that are here right now are very adept at the cooking. So I'm not going there on you guys, but just to show folks that you can be creative with what you have on hand. I thought what we would do is try a kind of a quasi stump the cook. I ain't saying chef because y'all know I ain't a chef. Um, but we'll try and put a meal together and create an instant recipe with folks that are willing to give up, not give up as in give away, but talk about some of the food they've got in their house right now. So we're going to see what we do there. Oh, Beth, I'm sorry. It's good to see you back, though. I was going to kind of keep it quiet, but I'll say, please put your thoughts and prayers out for my buddy Chris. He's fighting. He's fighting a little bug at the moment. So
Thank you. I love you guys.
I love you too, dude.
All y'all.
And I definitely want to see you on camera once the pain meds kick in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And no going muted either because this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be talking funny.
So what are you going to do? Take one main ingredient and see what everybody thinks of to pair it with, or how are you going to do that?
For example, let's do an easy one. Chris,
Yes, sir.
Name a
So-
meat. Name a meat you have in your house right now.
Meat?
Meat. Any kind of meat that is in your house.
Pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin. Is
We
it
got-
flavored? Is it flavored at all, or just plain?
No, she said just a sheet, just a side.
Okay. Give me three
Side of pig.
vegetables. Give me three fresh vegetables you have.
Fresh vegetables, carrots, uh, potato, onions.
Okay. And give me a fruit you have.
Fruit. We got lots of fruit. Strawberries.
Strawberry.
Nina's on a fruit kick right now.
Okay. All right. Do you have garlic?
Hold up, guys. He'll be doing each of yours one at a time.
Yep.
We have
You-
garlic, yes. Amanda
have
loves her garlic.
Okay.
I think we have jarred and fresh and powdered.
Fresh is good. And salt and pepper, I'm sure. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I gotta have a little salt with my food.
Okay. A little cloves. You have cloves? Whole cloves?
No, I don't think we have cloves.
Okay. Any liquid smoke?
No.
Okay. All right. So here is what we're going to do. How about chicken or vegetable broth?
Yes. I
Which
have
one?
chicken broth.
Chicken? Okay. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your tenderloin.
All right.
Okay. And you're going to cut deep, say roughly 1 inch to 1.5 inch slits up one side of it.
So you're going to butterfly it, basically.
Oh yeah.
Almost, except you're not actually going to cut it all the way through. You make it little pockets.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what you're going to do is take a strawberry and slice it sideways into relatively thin slices. And you're going to open up each one of those pockets, put a little bit of garlic and a slice of strawberry in.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You're gonna let that sit, put a little salt, put a little pepper on it, set it off to the side, let it sit for a minute.
All right.
You're gonna heat up. Now, do you have oil at all?
Yeah.
How about butter?
Yeah.
And I don't mean margarine. I mean butter.
No, we have both.
Okay. So you take a half a stick of butter, heat up a frying pan, and melt the butter in the frying pan. While that's melting, get out your carrot, your potato, and your onion, and your chicken broth. Once the butter is melted, you're going to drop the pork tenderloin in and sear it on all sides. Okay.
Okay.
Then you're going to set it aside. Take it out of the hot pan, put it on a plate, set it aside. Okay. You're going to take your carrots and cut them into thin slices so that they cook quickly. Okay, carrots one of the longest things to cook.
Yeah.
Your potatoes, are they regular size or the little baby potatoes?
They're regular size yellow potatoes.
Okay.
We like the yellow ones.
All right. If they're good size, you're going to take and cut them into 4 sections, 2 inners and 2 outers.
Okay.
And each of those sections you're going to cut up into quarters.
Okay.
And you're going to do that with, Let's do it with 4 potatoes.
Okay.
All right. You're going to take your carrots, like I said, and we use 4 carrots. I don't know, to straighten things out. And you need a good size. Are your onions a good size?
Yeah.
Okay. So take one of the biggest ones. What are they? Red, yellow, white, sweet?
Oh, white onions.
White onion. Okay.
Cooking onions.
All right. So you can take a white onion, and you're going to cut the top off. You're going to cut the bottom off, just like I've shown on my channel. Slice around the outside edge. Peel that outer layer of onion. Set it aside.
Okay.
Okay. Cut through your onion, and then chunk it into not huge chunks, but good sized chunks.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to bring your frying pan. Make sure it's a good sized frying pan. You bring your frying pan back onto the heat, and drop in your carrots, your potatoes, and your onion, and pour in your chicken broth. So make sure, like I said, it's a big frying pan that'll accommodate all that.
Yeah.
Okay, and let them cook for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. 5-10 minutes just to get them started and everything heated up. Then separate them out and drop that tenderloin into the middle where you create an opening. So it's either half, 3/4, or covered by the chicken broth.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to take 2 strawberries, and again, you're going to thin slice them, and then you're going to chop them into smaller pieces.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to go ahead and add those, sprinkle it around in the chicken broth. Okay. Yep. And then put a lid on top of the frying pan. Put it on low medium, and about every 5-10 minutes, come over, lift the lid, give it a little stir. Okay. Flip the tenderloin so that it's getting cooked all the way around. And by this time, your broth ought to be starting to cook down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. If you've got any flour or any cornstarch,
yeah,
you're going to sprinkle a little bit of that in.
Okay.
Soon
thicken it up a little bit.
On the lasagna's going off. Yeah, so you're going to thicken it up a little bit. Okay. Again, add some more, a little more pepper and salt on it.
Okay.
And just let it cook down. Should take about 30-45 minutes on low medium heat. Okay. You can, even if you want to space it out and go a little bit slower, turn it down to high-low heat.
Yeah.
And just let it kind of simmer on down as it cooks. And by the time you get done, you should have your cooked tenderloin all the way through. It'll have a little essence of the strawberry in there from the ones you've inserted, plus the garlic. You're going to slice that off, pair it with some of the carrots, the onions, and the potatoes, and put a little of that gravy over everything.
That sounds delicious.
Nice and simple. Yep. Done straight with stuff that you've got at the house.
Well,
It's going to have a different, slightly sweet garlic flavor to it.
come on down, Ben.
What's up, Ben? So, oh no, that's Beth, not Ben. Sorry. My bad. My bad. So there you go. So there's that one. All right. And I know Beth and Doris and Donna were all three going at it. So first person to put a 1 up is next one to go. Oh, there's Doris. All right, Doris. So same thing. Give me 1 meat that you've got in your house.
3 vegetables.
Don't make it anything crazy. And by the way, guys, for anybody who is outside the U.S., and working with a meat that is normal for your area, but one I'm not familiar with, we may have to do a little bit more explanation so that I know what I'm looking at and working with. So
I could always do it.
Yep.
If you're not familiar with it, I could give it a hand try.
Yep. So Doris, well, yeah, and Misty, if you want to jump in and you want to do one of these, that's fine. You're absolutely fantastic cooking too. By the way, she made me chicken and dumplings this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we haven't done that yet.
Doris needs to come up with a meat.
Yep. All right, Donna, we'll see you in a little bit. Be safe. Okay, hamburger. All right, that works. Give me a second. You'll me. I need to get another list out here. Nope, I can't write on that. That's bad. Hang on. Hang on. All right. While I'm putting the hamburger together here, give me 3 vegetables as well.
And they can be canned as well, guys.
No, I asked them for fresh.
Oh, fresh?
Yeah. Because the fresh goes bad faster. Cans will stay good for a couple of years. I think Doris went to her fridge. Cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. Oh, lady, you're teasing.
Yeah, Beth. Just go and pay attention, Misty.
Okay. And give me 1 fruit that you have in the house. She just shopped. Okay. Yeah, we did too. So Mama is starting. I don't know if she's going to start tonight. Depends on what we get to doing chopping wise. But Mama
oranges
wants to start working with all right, oranges.
I'm going to try making homemade sauerkraut, guys.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay, Doris. Let's see. You got garlic. And I'm assuming salt and pepper you have.
She's got it.
Okay.
What, Beth? You like sauerkraut?
Let's see. What do I need with that? All right, one more thing. Do you have by any chance a can of biscuits? You know, those ones you pop and pop into the oven? Grand biscuits, perfect. Okay. Alrighty. So and how about eggs and breadcrumbs? Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do with yours. So you can take your hamburger out and you're going to crack in a couple of eggs. And at first, a fistful, just kind of have to, you'll have to add to it a little bit to get it to the right consistency of breadcrumbs and also some salt, pepper, and a little bit of your garlic. You're going to mix all that together like you're doing a meatloaf. Once you get that set it aside for a minute, let it rest. You're going to go and chop up your cabbage, your broccoli, and your cauliflower into small bite-sized pieces. Okay. The cabbage you can make a little bit bigger because it's going to take a minute. Okay. Get a frying pan out and a little bit of oil and water and put in the frying pan and drop the cabbage in, the broccoli and the cauliflower, and start cooking that and stirring it up. You want to cook it to the point where it's mostly cooked. You may have to add a little bit of more water as you're going along. Oh. Well. Hello to my daughter-in-law. So somebody's listening while she's at lunch, I'm betting.
I am not at lunch. They actually moved me to a queue that is pretty much dead all day. So I'm working on a Shutterfly booklet and saw your comment. So thought I would join.
Got it. Okay. Well, cool. Glad to have you.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool, guys. We usually get my my son, but we get today we get the better half. So this is cool. Okay, so Doris, getting back to yours. I'm sorry we left you with hot pan on the stove. Bad thing. Don't ever do that. So you're basically going to cook that. We lost Chris. You're going to cook down the cabbage, the broccoli, and the cauliflower till it's basically al dente. Okay, mostly done. By that point, your gravy should have cooked down with it, and that's fine. You want to let that be. At the last minute, stir in a little bit of the garlic. Set it aside, let it cool down for a second. Now, while we're doing that, we're going to play with the hamburger. So you're going to go ahead and section the hamburger out into, depending on how many people you're having for dinner and how many people you want to break this into, but round patties that you're going to sit there and work out till they're pretty good size around. And when they are, you're going to get your cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower mix and ladle some onto each one of the hamburger pieces. Then you're going to fold that up so it turns it into its own little hamburger bomb. Make sure you do a very good job of sealing the hamburger where the seal is, where everything comes together. If you don't, what's going to end up happening is this stuff is going to come out and just all over everything. Now, I recommend when you set it down in the baking dish, you set it down top end up. Okay. That way, if it comes out, it's going to ooze over and give some more of the flavor on the outside and not just kind of bleh out into the bottom. All right. So you're going to set that in at 375 and start that bad boy up cooking. We're going to let it go for about 30 minutes, just to make sure the hamburger is good and cooked through. You may have to check it. You may have to do it for a little bit longer. Depends on how thick you make the hamburger. Now, while that's happening, what you're going to do is you're going to get your can of biscuits out, and you're going to go ahead and break them up and set them out on a cutting board. Okay. You can add a little flour if you want to make sure that they don't stick. That's fine. Meantime, if you've got a juicer, cut a couple of oranges open and juice them. If you don't brown the burger. No, don't brown the burger first. No. You're going to go ahead and just seal it up and let it cook from the outside in. Remember, we've got the innards are mostly cooked. So you're going to let the outsides cook. All you're doing really is cooking the burger and then incorporating that flavor that you've gotten from the cabbage and the broccoli and the cauliflower in to the outside. So hang with me, because there is one thing we're going to do here about halfway through. So now once you can either juice the oranges, or if you don't have a juicer, that's fine. Squeeze each one of the halves into a bowl. Okay, so you get some orange juice sitting down in there. Now, when you're done with that, take a grater, and with the finer side, grade some of that orange zest out onto a plate. Okay, so you want to get a good pile of that orange zest out, because that is going to go underneath your biscuits. Okay, so go ahead and go through. Just be careful then. There should be a grater plate that you put on there, depending on your food processor. Mine's one of the older ones where it's got a stick in the middle and a plate that sits down on top of it with blades. You can either slice with it or you can grade with it. If you're going to use a machine and you're going to be doing something like that, just be very, very careful, because it's very easy to hurt your knuckles or your fingers, because you don't want to sit there and press in with the stick. You just want to be very, very careful and go very lightly, so you get a nice big pile of that orange zest. Okay, so now while everything's cooking, you're going to take the orange zest. You're going to wait till about this time. You should be closing in on the 10-minute mark for your, if you've set it for 20 minutes, and that's fine, that's good. If you've set it for 30, you should be closing in on, the 10 to 15-minute mark, or the 15 to 20-minute mark, until everything's done. Again, depending on how you're doing with stuff. So you're going to take that orange zest and you're going to lay it out on your cooking sheet, on your baking sheet, underneath where the biscuits are going to go. Okay, so you're going to set the biscuits down on top of that orange zest, and then pour a little bit of the orange juice on each one of the biscuits, so it seeps on the sides and gets down underneath. It's going to mix with the orange zest, and that's okay. So what you're going to do is pop those biscuits in for about 12, 15 minutes and let those cook up underneath, on top of whichever. Just make sure that your hamburger bombs aren't leaking on stuff. And you got a good high dish that they're in. Plug those in, pull the dish out with the hamburger bombs, and shake a little more salt and pepper onto them and push them back in there and let them finish cooking together. What you're going to end up with is these giant meatballs that are stuffed with cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower that have cooked in their own juices, and the garlic and the salt and pepper and the fat and the juices of the hamburger. So when you cut them open, it's not going to be like gravy, but you're going to have some juice to work with that too. So that'll be your main. And then on the side, these biscuits, when you pick them up, you're going to notice on the bottom that the orange zest should have gotten kind of sticky and tacky. When you bite into them, you're going to get a really deep orange flavor. So what you end up with, I guess you can call them porcupine balls. I don't know if that's what they call them in the UK. But what you're going to end up with is this nice garlicky cabbage hamburger flavor, and then you're going to top it off and clear your palate with the orange biscuits. So there you go on that one. Made me think there for a minute. That orange threw me off. Yeah, I haven't made those biscuits in a long, long time either. So, yeah, and again, it's not anything that's overly hard. You're not going out and buying some crazy rack of lamb or having to go get something that's if you want to get something that the grocery store makes up and has marinated and everything going, that's fine. You can do that, whatever. But it I don't know. Me, I kind of get a kick out of just pulling things out of thin air. Misty will tell you. I come into the kitchen all the time and I start looking around at what's there, and a lot of the meals that we put together here are just throw-togethers. So, and you can, Doris, you can use those biscuits like that. I hear do one of the southern things, and corned beef roast for March 17th. Okay. Well, in all fairness, I got Beth and if Donna comes back, I gotta hit Donna, but we'll come back to one for you. I'm happy to do that. So, and I'm sure Nicole's probably going to throw something at me too, because I can see her smiling and going, yeah, we've got some strange in the house. We'll throw it at you, see what you come up with. So,
No comment.
Yeah, I bet. But the other thing I use the biscuits for here is that great Southern delicacy in the morning, biscuits and gravy. That is a fantastic weekend breakfast, because you can take that, and I do it with sausage gravy, and you sit there and just shake the living daylights out of it, not with salt, little bit of garlic, but you shake the snot out of it with black pepper and pepper up that gravy. So that works very, very well. Roast beef. Yeah, so that's what she should be saving the cabbage and the potatoes for, is your corned roast beef, and make an Irish stew type thing with it. So, all right, Beth, you're up. What? Let's see here. You were talking about. Where are we at here? And she's back. I'm getting the hang of your that even thing now. Beth, I lost what meat you had out there. Sorry, that didn't come out right. So, Beth, what kind of meat do you want to use? Oh, lukewarm coffee. And I'm, by the way, I'm doing these on, went down to our local store here and was buying Sheriff his smokes, a gammon joint. Okay. Oh, ham. Okay. Now, is it smoked ham, or how's the ham? Let me look. That is a wonderful question. What is a gammon joint in the U.S.? Meat that's okay. All right, so it's like salt cured ham. Bingo, got it. Ham. All right. Smoked. Okay. Whoop. Back it up. Perfect. That changes things just a little bit. Okay, give me 3 vegetables that are in your house right now. Let's see, come up with sprouts. Ooh. And parsnips. and sprouts. And what do you have for fruit? Melon. Okay, let's be a little specific. We're talking watermelon, cantaloupe, or honeydew. Cantaloupe. Okay. This is a challenge. Okay. Okay. Do you have any honey in the house, Beth? Okay. We're going to need that. How about garlic? I know I keep asking that to everybody. In case you haven't figured out, it's a staple cooking piece of mine. Okay. And the last thing, do you have any last two things? Do you have any Evo? That's and it can be either virgin or extra virgin olive oil, and apple cider vinegar. Got both. Okay, good. Going to need that too. All right, so here's what we're going to do with yours. You're going to be a little more extravagant. You take the ham and cut some sections off of it and put it up into not huge cubes, but good bite-sized cubes. Okay. And again, depending on the number of people you're going to be cooking for, you're going to take a like-sized amount of potatoes, and what I'm going to want you to do is to thin slice those. Okay. And you're going to take some of the garlic and a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of your apple cider vinegar and a little bit of your oil. Put all that together with the potatoes and the ham into a bowl. Mix it all up so it's all good and incorporated through everything. Then I want you to spoon that back out into a deeper casserole dish. Make it a good 6-inch deep, 6-inch dish, 6-inch deep dish. I can say this. So, and make sure you got a cover for it.
Spit it out, hun.
I'm working on it. So, what you're going to do is you're going to cover that up, put it into the oven at 375, and let it roll. Let it go for half an hour, 40 minutes. You want those potatoes good and cooked, depending how thick you made the slices. Now with parsnips, you want to go ahead and put them into a pot to boil, and just let those go and boil them up until they're nice and soft. Okay. About that time that they're getting nice and soft, you go back in, pull your casserole out, lift the top off, give it a fresh little dose of garlic and a fresh little dose of salt and pepper. Put the top back on, shove it back in. Sorry. Also, before you put the top back in, add a little bit of butter. You put pats of butter across the top and just set it back in and let it go again. Drain the parsnips and go ahead and get out your milk and your butter. Add a little bit of milk, about a half a stick of butter, again, depending on how many parsnips you got, and mash it up so it's cross between grits and mashed potatoes. You know what mashed parsnips look like. Set that aside, covered so it stays warm. And then you're going to go ahead and cut your cantaloupe up. You're going to cut it into thin slices, and then cut the cantaloupe off the rind, of course, and then cut those slices into thirds and arrange them on, again, depending on how many people you've got, into your little side small plates, and then drizzle them with honey. Not a lot, but just drizzle them over it. You can add salt and pepper to the parsnips, whatever you want to do. Remember, this is seasoned to what your taste is. Okay. So then you're going to take and mix up the oil and vinegar, and I forget what the proper. So this is where you can cheat and go on the internet. But I forget what the proper mix is between the apple cider vinegar and the oil to make yourself kind of a vinaigrette. Rinse off the sprouts and then arrange them into bowls for everybody. And then just drizzle a little bit of the apple cider vinegar, Italian vinegar and oil mix on it, just to mix it around a little bit, and sprinkle a little salt and a little pepper, not much, onto the top of each of it. About this time, you can go ahead and pull out the ham and potatoes. That should be ready. Just dish that up alongside the parsnips, and put the side bowl of the sprouts and cantaloupe, and you're good to go. You get a nice little 4-course meal there rolling. Y'all gonna have to forgive me for a minute. I need a drink. Water before anybody says anything.
Okay. I need to correct you on one thing. I think you're assuming she had bean sprouts.
Yeah, she said she had sprouts.
She had Brussels sprouts.
Oh, Brussels sprouts. Because she just said sprouts. So yeah, I assume bean sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it's Brussels sprouts, and that's real simple, forget what I said about the bean sprouts and the oil and vinegar. And what you'll do is you'll add the Brussels sprouts. You'll cut the stems off, cut them in half, and add them in with the potatoes and the ham.
Or actually, Beth is going to need to correct me if I'm wrong, because all she did say was sprouts. You're right.
Yeah.
So it could have been natural sprouts.
Yep. So it depends. If it's Brussels sprouts, you'll add them in with the ham and the potatoes. If it's bean sprouts, you go ahead and do it the other way I was talking about. Either way, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a cool, different salad, if you will.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, the parsnips will act as a mashed potato of sorts. It's a little different. It's a little different consistency.
I know what I can use some of that shredded carrot we bought today for.
I bet you do.
Mix a little bit in when I'm doing the sauerkraut.
Say what?
Yeah, one of the recipes I came across, you can put shredded carrot in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're welcome, Beth. My pleasure. All right. Who else we got up there? Nicole, you have been very patient. So, do you know your kitchen?
I do know my kitchen.
Okay. So give me a meat.
Give you meat, chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Breast, thigh, drumstick, or wing?
They are bone-in breasts.
Bone-in breast. So bone-in skin on.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on here.
And we just did a grocery shop today, so perfect timing.
So did we.
With skin and bone. Okay. Give me 3 veggies.
Veggies, we have, oh gosh, we got a lot. We got bell peppers, we have carrots and onions. Make a nice little stir fry with that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Beth, one of the things Jason and I tossed around doing was a B&B.
Mm-hmm.
What about a fruit?
Fruit, we have grapes,
You can't say
strawberries.
Cranberries?
No, strawberry.
Oh, strawberries.
Grapes and strawberries.
And grapes.
Well, pick one.
Strawberries.
Okay.
We have more of them.
Okay. And I know you guys have garlic. I'm not even asking that.
We have it in clove form, minced form.
I'll say you're my kids. I know you have garlic.
That's one thing we forgot to look for today. Was garlic starts.
We did not. You were looking all around the seeds and everything, while I was picking up vitamins and other stuff.
There is no we, it is all you.
Well,
the problem is, Beth, think about it. If we offered 3 meals a day, we would have to charge too much for the bread and breakfast.
You have croissants?
We did last week, but no. We have dinner rolls, regular bread. Not much in the bread department. Buns.
Dinner rolls, are they regular or are you talking King Hawaiian?
Regular.
It's not a combo I would have picked, but it's nice. It's different.
We like to mix it up.
You do.
Oh, wow, Doris.
How about do you have powdered sugar?
Yes. Had to think about that for a minute.
Okay. And you have any condensed soup?
Yes, plenty.
What types?
Chicken, mushroom.
Hey, Sam.
There's celery, cream of celery, cream of mushroom, lots of cream ofs. There are a couple condensed chicken noodles.
Okay.
You know, one that's good is cream of celery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one of those.
All right. Okay. So here's what we're doing with you guys. You're going to take your chicken breasts
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to set up a frying pan with some butter or oil and vinegar, whichever. I'm sorry, not oil and vinegar. Butter or oil,
Mm-hmm.
whichever your preference is. Heat that up to a high medium, and then drop your chicken breasts in, and let them sear on all sides. Okay. While that's going on, while you got Richard doing that, chop up your onions into chunk pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Your carrots into thinner slices. And what I would do is take each carrot and cut it in half,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn it sideways and cut it so you end up with, instead of one round piece, you end up with like two halves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or basically like cutting a coin in half.
Mm-hmm.
And your peppers, you're going to cut into bigger chunks. So, nice quarter-sized chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to drop those in with your chicken breasts, and you're going to add a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of celery with it, as well as a good dose of garlic and
Mm-hmm.
salt and pepper. Okay. Mix it all up so everything's good and covered, even if it sticks out of the cream of soup. Add about a half a can of water into it, half of the soup can of water.
Mm-hmm.
Cover it over, let it cook on low medium or medium high. Low medium or high low, whichever way you want to go. So it simmers. Let that start. While that's doing, you're going to sit down with Richard, and you're going to wash the strawberries. Okay.
Obviously.
You're gonna break out a nice little dish for each of you. Put a little bit of powdered sugar in there, and sit and dip the strawberries. And while your chicken and everything is cooking, you're gonna sit and munch on your appetizer of sweet strawberries. And when you get done, your chicken skin is not going to be hard. Okay, it'll be harder than it's kind of the that you get when you cook straight from the get-go in liquid. But you'll have your chicken in. You scoop up some of that, scoop up some of the peppers, the onions, and the carrots, and cut the chicken off the bone, and you'll be good to go.
Sounds very good.
Hey, Sam. What you up to, partner? I don't know about romantic. Beth, I tell you what, serious as a heart attack. It manifested. I've been cooking all my life. My mom taught us to cook when we were small enough to stand on a step stool and reach into the frying pan with a spatula and flip pancakes or scramble eggs on the stove. Obviously with her right there, but it really kind of came about when I stopped smoking and I got my sense of smell and my sense of taste. And at that point, I traded my old size 34 jeans in for something closer to double that size. Not there yet, but it's getting there. So yeah, you could say I now have a Dunlop muffin top. You can call me Fluffy. Whatever. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to do one thing Nobody's paying me for this. This is not a sponsored thing, but I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been seeing the ads that talk about this one college kid who was into bodybuilding, who got sick and fell down as bodybuilding or powerlifting or something like that. But he got sick, and he he ended up being behind in his training. And when he went back and trained, he felt really kind of weak and kind of with everything. So it shows him putting together this kind of quasi TENS unit that he sits and he straps up to his stomach, and you can see it contracting when he's got it running. It's contracting the muscles on his stomach. Well, ladies and germs, I'm here to tell you, I bought one of those TENS units off of Amazon, and it came with this is the control unit that recharges, and it also came with 2 units that you can put on your arm or your leg and have those work with it too. And again, these are the units that come with it. You just kind of sit there and click them on, click on there. Come on, bugger. Click on there. There we go. And the back has gel pads that are connected up to the program unit, and they'll deliver. You can set it up to, hey Skinner, you can set it up to a number of different modes and strengths. And I am here to tell you, no joke, we're God, this thing does actually work. It does actually get your stomach muscles. I got myself to a new level yesterday while I was working, and I'm sitting there watching my stomach muscles crunch up, and after about 5 minutes, I'm like, "Oh man, this is like I'm doing crunches." Ow! It was punching, just based on that. But you got a whole new burn that was going on with the unit tightening up. So you can use this on your belly. You can use it on your back. Those of you with back problems, it's kind of like a TENS unit. And you can work it that way as well. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to be using it every other day and letting it jump. And I'm telling you, Beth, I can already feel the center muscle of what was once a 6-pack. It's now turned into a pony keg. But I can feel some of the definition of that muscle coming back in. Yeah, it's well. Yeah, depending on where you want to put it, I'm not going to say anything about putting it in certain places. So you do that and turn it on, that's on you. I don't want to know what happened. If it's a shocking result, that's fine. Hopefully it's a pleasant one, and you don't crank it all the way up. I can't even get halfway on my gut before it's like, oh, so I don't even want to think what happens if you kind of get locked in place with it going all the way up to the top because you're stuck and you can't get. So yeah, would not be good. But that's one of those things where if you wonder if the as seen on TV is real, it is. No joke. So, and it might be his lucky day. I don't know. That's for you guys to decide. Oh, lordy. So let's do this. I did several. First person to drop a 2 in chat gets to have Misty do one. Because she's a great cook too. Ooh, and Beth's in. All right, hon, you ready?
I guess so.
She's going, asshole, you threw me under the bus.
Okay, give me a meat. That doesn't sound the same as when you do it.
I'll be right there.
Skinner, what we're doing is Jason and I, and maybe Nicole, if she's up for it, are figuring out meal plans based on what you have in your kitchen. Okay, beef. Are we talking ground beef? Are we talking, what type of beef are we talking about? But we're doing like meal plans based on what you have in your kitchen right now.
This is called the beef
joint. So like a roast beef. Okay. Do you have a crock pot?
How to be like a sirloin tenderloin.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Yep.
Okay, and vegetables. I need 3 or 4.
And Skinner, hold that thought. I want to flip. Hey, Cheesecake.
Hi, Cheesecake.
I'm going to flip Nicole for that one if you're going to start with eggs.
Ooh, okay. Awesome, Beth. Okay, if you've got either a large pot or a crock pot, I would say put your beef into it. Actually, before you do that, coat it with a little bit of flour, salt and pepper, and garlic mix. Or you can put like oregano into that mixture and roll it, like pat it onto your beef. And then you can put either water or broth into the pot, simmer it on very low for about 2 hours. And then once the meat starts getting tender, you can pull it out, break it up a little bit, put it back into the liquid, add some seasoning, whatever you want to taste, cut up your carrots, cut up your potatoes, cut up your peas and your celery, put them all into the pot and let them simmer. And it makes like a combination, like you could even either use it as like a beef soup, beef vegetable soup, or you could use it as a beef stew type of thing, depending on how much flour you want to add. You can make your own gravy. And what do you have in the way of fruit? Oh, you'd add dumpling to it. Okay, what do you have for fruit though, Beth? Because if you wanted to add dumplings to it, I have something potentially, depending on what you say, that you could do. Okay, apples. Shred up your apples. Make up your dumpling mix. Mix the apples into your dumpling. Add a little wee bit of cinnamon and a little wee bit of sugar. And then you spoon the dumplings over top of your meat mixture and cook it. Does that sound like something you would eat?
Well, then we are doing our job properly. If you're getting hungry there, Beth. So, all right. So, Sam, are you still with, or Skinner? Are you still with us?
Oh, nice, Doris. I wish I got free eggs.
Nicole was halfway with us and halfway with the customer.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I have one on is so that if I get a task, I'm able to do it but still listen.
Gotcha.
Multitasker over here.
That sounds good, Doris.
Yep. Cake pops are delicious.
Yeah, I don't know if Skinner's still here.
Look.
Yeah, I haven't done one for cheesecake.
No, well, cheesecake came in a little later. That's who I was going to check with next. So
he's come out of his cave.
Well, hello, son. We are doing something different tonight.
Okay.
They're basically taking ingredients from people like meat, fruit, vegetable, and they're giving them ideas on how to put it together.
Creating recipes on the
spot. Together a recipe.
Yep. All right, cheesecake. Since Skinner ran away.
Saying in YouTube.
And Nicole, you want this one, or are you going to pass?
I shall pass on this one.
All right.
Oh, for giving ideas.
Cheesecake, if you're still with us, give me a meat that you have in your house right now. And husband and boyfriend doesn't count.
Yes.
I'm tempted to sign in on my phone if they're going to be discussing that.
All right. But yes, I am hungry if you're able to get me some.
Yeah, I can. Are you wanting to do leftovers?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you should show them, Jace, what Nicole made for dinner last night.
Yeah, we have chicken and dumplings in the fridge for leftovers.
Yeah, I made stuffed pasta shells.
I saw that.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I got big shells for it. Uh-oh. Here he goes down the hall. Dum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
Clean kitchen.
Very nice.
Courtesy of that one there beside me.
You're pointing the wrong way over there, so it's all good.
I think cheesecake is gone too.
I like the face. Get your meat out. Yeah, well,
Bring your dad out.
Let's see. Dave, I don't think we have enough pasta sauce.
No, never.
That's not bad. Is that homemade?
Yes, we got a whole bunch of mini tomatoes grape tomatoes from the food banks. So what better way to use them than to boil them?
Very nice.
Stuffed pasta shells.
Yeah, I might try my hand at making some stuffed pierogies.
Yep. There's another way you can do those. Is you take them, and once you get the shell stuffed, put another shell over the top of it.
Ooh.
And then put it quick down into a fryer.
Yeah, Doris, if you make eclairs, you better share.
And
Eclairs? Yeah.
And Nicole, what you end up with is an enclosed taco that you can sit. It's a little crunchy, but not terribly. And you can
Mm,
sit and chew the stuffed shells.
Ooh. The issue we ran into is I forgot to warn her not to cook them all the way
Mm.
and
Yep.
leave it a little al dente. And when I went to drain the water,
It fell
some
apart.
fell apart.
Yep. Yeah.
Luckily,
don't do
some were
that.
still together, but yeah.
Skinner.
He was looking for you, Skinner.
All right, you be good. Oh, me, oh my, oh my, oh me. So,
Well,
Yeah,
I've got
a lot of
one here.
times. A
that
lot of
enough?
times when cooking, it's usually just I see something in the pantry or the fridge,
No, I haven't, Beth.
and I just try to piece it together what would sound good, pretty
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
well, that's what we oftentimes end up with here is we've cooked the most of the stuff that we were looking at, and because of one thing, because of one thing or the other, I end up pulling something that I had intended for another meal, and all of a sudden it's not there. So you end up with odds and ends,
Yeah.
and you have to just kind of look around and go, okay, what the fuck am I going to do with odds and ends?
Like I have this and this. How am I gonna?
Mm.
Well, to be perfectly candid, that's how I came up with the idea for stuffed spaghetti squash.
Yum.
So, and it actually turned out to be really good. We've got to use those this weekend too, babe.
Yeah, we got spaghetti squash. We got acorn squash.
Yep.
I picked up I can't talk.
Turmeric.
Turnips today. I
Now,
picked up 3 heads of cabbage because I'm making sauerkraut, and I may make some coleslaw.
yep, homemade sauerkraut.
And we picked up chicken because I'm going to make pulled chicken.
Yep.
Use the little claws you sent me.
I don't know if you guys are going to be interested in it, but I will be streaming later tonight for the new Hogwarts game.
Oh, okay. What time?
Well, that depends, dear.
I'll be up till 4 a.m. So it's literally if he wants to get on, it's all good.
Well, I'm not going to be on that late, but
I know that.
That sounds good, Beth.
Yeah. Oh, Welsh cakes? Yeah.
I just had to look them up. They look delicious.
Mm-hmm.
They look like mini pancakes.
But this is what I have right now installed.
Oh, wow.
Games.
There's a ton of games.
That's crazy.
I
And
told
if you really can't figure out a recipe, they do have apps out there that will take the recipes that you have in your kitchen and just pull recipes out of it.
You give it an ingredients list, and it'll say, "Oh, okay, you can make this, 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 this,"
Mm-hmm.
and it'll give you the recipe to do it.
Yep.
Oh, nice, Beth. Those are the best kind of recipes.
Grandmas are so great. I love grandmas. They give the best recipes.
Uh-huh.
I still have to get the cookbook from Dad, by the way.
And
Mm-hmm.
and grandpas.
Yes, of course, and grandpas and grandpas.
So don't leave us out.
Well, I need to get yours, but I need to get Grandma Lutz's stuff from my dad. Because Mom's been after me for that damn bread recipe and everything for a while.
Amish white bread?
No. My grandfather has a family recipe for bread.
Cake.
That Amish white bread, though.
Fork or spoon?
Sorry?
Fork. Thank you, dear. I love how
Fork.
we're just able to communicate over
I'll take a spoon.
And if it's real good, make it a shovel.
right?
Well,
Pasta. So works out.
Oh, that sounds good too, Beth. That's one of those things with chili. You can add damn near anything you want.
To get the kids to eat vegetables, we usually have to put it into a spaghetti sauce or make it really finely cut down.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't like mushrooms, mix in mushroom
I left my
soup.
phone downstairs because I didn't want the reverb to get really bad.
You know, the other thing you can do, Nicole, is if you guys want to get them to eat some vegetables and stuff, do stuffed chicken breasts.
That's a
But
good idea.
Instead of butterflying them, cut a pocket in. So you can turn it up, squeeze it, and stuff in. You could take and dice up. I'd put it through like a NutriBullet or a blender. But take like
Or you can just buy the riced vegetables.
you can do that too, but you know.
Or you can just buy a ricer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'd put spinach, mushroom, onion, and maybe carrot together, and spin those up. Mix it, take some out, mix it up with cheese, shredded cheese, and stuff the daylights out of it, and then close it, stuff the top of it with just pure shredded cheese.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
That does sound really good. What the heck are you doing in the kitchen?
Making myself something to eat?
You're making the pizza rolls.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
I saw the bag.
Did you? Are you
I
sure?
did. I
Yeah.
did. It was bright blue.
I think thou art busted, my son.
Sorry, pizza rolls, stuffed shells. Yeah, I'd rather go with this.
Yeah.
Well, I had stuffed shells last night, and I had 3 bowls of it.
Okay. I had 2 bowls. What's your point?
I wanted something a little different.
I'll get some a little bit.
Okay.
So, my apologies for not eating leftovers.
It's all right. I'll eat it.
Yeah, I know you will.
Do we still have cheesecake with us, or did she run away? Huh.
Oh, I never thought about that, adding cabbage to the mashed potatoes.
Yep. I'll tell you something else that goes really, 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 really good with mashed potatoes and butter is corn.
Oh, yes. I like doing that.
Yep. Oh,
Jason.
speaking of stuff going good together, hey, guys out there, remember, tonight is Spring Forward night. So tonight we lose an hour. Before you go to bed, set your alarm clocks ahead 1 hour. Otherwise, you're going to be late to church and looking like a fool waltzing in while the pastor's in the process of telling people goodbye.
And this is where Arizona chimes in and says, haha, not us.
Yeah, well.
Not I.
So the other one that works real well together, guys, is regular potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Cube those up and boil them together and then mash them together, not real fine, so it all kind of turns into an orange mess. You rough mash it together. You can even leave the skin on the regular potatoes. Don't leave the skin on the sweet potatoes, but leave the skin on the regular potatoes, and it'll actually end up looking like marbled mashed potatoes, and that's quite literally what Mama's is. Except what I won't tell you is her little secret additives to her world famous marbled mashed potatoes. So I will make her do that. She's in the background going, "You can tell them what you already have." So, nope. I know I did it in the Thanksgiving one. Shh. People got to go back and see. So, and yeah, we lost cheesecake. So, it was a quiet night. I think we'll probably we've gone an hour 20, so I think we'll probably wrap it up here shortly.
Oh, I just got on.
Well, you can get on next time.
What's better, getting on or getting off?
Depends on the situation.
And Nicole has stuffed shells coming out of her nose.
Almost. And with that, I am going to go have my dinner. You guys have a lovely evening.
Love you, hon.
Love you too.
Bye.
Nicely done, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You didn't honestly think we would get through any kind of an episode. And look at that. I start telling dirty jokes and we get 2 more people watching. How about that?
Figures.
Yeah. Yeesh. So,
That's too funny.
yeah. So, no, I was talking with Mom, and we may join you in some more Thunder. We'll see. So,
Yeah, no worries. The thing is, as you could obviously tell, Nicole has my laptop right now.
oh. Okay.
She's using it for a Photoshop project that she's working on for her sister, I think. She's editing some photos for Shutterfly.
Okay.
That she's been putting together. So she's been using my laptop for it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I
let's-
still have the file, but that's not updated, and I don't want to sit there for another 3 hours and update it.
yeah, well, we can always do it tomorrow too. That's fine.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just debating on when I want to do that stream or
All right,
if
Beth.
I'm doing it,
Yeah,
because I won't have a mic or anything like that. So
gotcha. Yeah, we'll figure it out. No worries. All right, guys. Well, Misty's already chowing down on the on the lasagna that we got tonight because we didn't have time to do anything. So, yes, surprisingly, country does do frozen food sometimes. Hey, it's a convenience just like anything else. And you know what? That 5 meat lasagna that Walmart makes as theirs is just as good as any of the others. So, let's us cook that sucker up while we're in the middle of talking to you guys. So, we'll see you guys next week. Hope everybody got something good out of this week's. Again, it's real simple to do this stuff. You just grab a meat, grab 3 vegetables, grab a fruit, and be creative. Think about ways you can make them go together, what you can add to it to make a meal. It's not real tough, guys. It's easier than it looks, and we'll probably do this one again. Like this is at least for me, this is a lot of fun. So we shall see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for coming. We know you got lots of places you can stop off and be and see and hang with. On a Saturday night. We appreciate that you come by and show a little love and check us out. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Bye, everybody.